All right, welcome back to another video for this series. Today, the overarching theme is going to be utilizing tools for identifying malicious activity, which is piggybacking on our last video, which was identifying and analyzing that malicious activity. Now we're going to utilize the tools for identifying that same activity, right? So just to talk a little bit about it initially, so there are several tools available that can be used to monitor and analyze network traffic, right? So analyzing network traffic is essential to detect any malactivity on the network. So we're going to be using different network tools to demonstrate how network traffic can be monitored and analyzed for malactivity. So we're going to be first, with our first task, customizing the Wireshark application. So the view can be customized to the needs of the professional specific to them, and the columns can be changed depending on the type of traffic that needs to be monitored. So I'm just going to head to the terminal here. Then I'm just going to open up Wireshark. And of course, here. Then make sure this is here. Then we're going to start capturing these packets here. All right, and then I'm going to open up Wireshark. Open up Firefox. And then let's go back to Wireshark. All right. So actually now I'm just gonna stop the packets being captured. And then let's see, column preferences here. Destination. We're gonna add a new column. Let's do that here. We're gonna do no. So a bit better. There it is. Okay. Come on. There it is. All right, perfect. So let's see. And then we can name this. All right, and then we can add a new column again. And I just forgot if it lets me rename it. There it is. Okay, perfect. So we have the destination address unresolved, and we have destination address, the regular here, and then let's see, then we have the destination ports. All right, so let's see, port. Then let's see. There it is. All right, perfect. And I think, let's see, let's change this to perfect. I think this was fail added. All right. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're good there. Just checking on a few things here. All right, and let's see. Let's see, UTC time. Perfect. Okay. Put this under here. Then we're done, at least for the prefaces. All right, so let's take a look at here. The time display format, 1 second. Let's see, there we go. All right, perfect. So just going to leave the Wireshark app open. Now the columns can be added or removed depending on the network traffic type that a cyber professional will need to monitor and analyze, right? So now we're going to be using the Wireshark app to capture the network traffic like we did prior. So just going to apply a display filter here, pretty much, and then there we go. Let's see. Should give me everything. So a filter has been applied to display the specific network traffic that's being captured. So in this particular example here, only anything with an HTTP hypertext transfer protocol traffic is being filtered. So we can actually select this here. Then we can expand the transmission. We can see a few different things. The user agent, the proxy connection. It can be determined that the destination IP address for connecting to the internet is, let's see, 192.168.255.13. And the destination port, as we can see here, is 8080. And the proxy server, because it's the lab environment, is 192.168.255 and uses port 8080. So let's actually clear this out. And in the filter field, I'm going to put in IP 268. Then 24. Perfect. All right, so let's take a look at the source address here. Yeah, let's leave it. All right, perfect. So applying the IP address with the double equal sign with the IP address that I had, that filter displays all the traffic from the different hosts captured by the Wireshark app. And we can use this information to determine the different types of traffic from different hosts and if it's legitimate traffic, right? So now I'm just going to take a look at the protocol between the HTTP, DNS, UDP. It'll tell us all of that good jazz, right? So now I'm just going to close this out. How do we see that? Now, depending on the traffic, right, a cyber professional can use different filters that could be applied to the Wireshark app. See, let's say, okay, actually, I just want to save it. All right, perfect. So the captured packets can be saved, which can be analyzed later or used part of a like an investigation or something like that. So now we're going to get into capturing network traffic using tcpdump. So let's actually let's head to the terminal. All right, so let's open it up here. I got it wrong. There it is. All right, so now it's the command I just had is used to determine which network interface on the device will be used to capture network traffic, which in this case is going to be the TCP dump, right? So actually, let me pivot over to the server here. All right, so we got the server finally up and running. So let's go ahead and open up the terminal here. All right, and then we're going to start pinging a few things here. So let's do perfect. So start pinging, and then all right. So now that's pinging. We're going to leave it executing that pinging command. So in this terminal, let's enter in a few things here. All right, perfect. So now it's listening. All right. So in this TCP dump, we're capturing ICMP traffic generated from the other server average, just that machine, and it's going to be saved to a PCAP file. So let's see, let's actually do the next one now. Okay. All right, so now the captured traffic that was used in the TCP dump command was saved to a file and can be viewed using the Wireshark application, which why it populated here. So let's actually clear this out. Then let's use TCP dump again. Let's when we start capturing packets from earlier from the Wireshark app. Now, the TCP dump utility can be used to capture various network traffic using different parameters, right? So if you want to see different parameters, right, more details rather of different parameters, you can actually use MAN TCP dump as far as that command, but we're not going to do that now. We're going to move forward. Let's open up Firefox. Then we're going to go back to terminal. And let's do Control C so we can stop that. Let's do Wireshark again. PCAP. All right. So we see Wireshark again, and then let's take a look at the destination, port destination. 680, for some reason it's unreachable. All right, but the capture traffic can be filtered accordingly when we click the tabs here at the top. But let me pivot it back over to the Win11, and we can see the Win terminal. Let me stop this ping. See, there we go. All right, perfect. So we've officially stopped the ping. And so now we can move to the next exercise, which is using a Sandbox to analyze malicious files. So what a Sandbox is, it's a solution that could be used to analyze potentially harmful or malicious files. Windows has a Sandbox solution that can execute these malicious or harmful files without affecting the host OS. So we're going to be doing a bit of this so we can be able to analyze malicious code. So let's do a malicious code analysis first, actually. So from this, let's do this here. Let's take a look at all of our apps. Then we can do Windows Sandbox. And let's open this up while that's doing its thing in the background. And then let's copy. All right, and then should be loading for me. Oh, it's already open. All right, perfect. So then we could just paste. Should be able to paste. Guess not. Let's go back. Wait, no. Wasn't what I wanted to do. All right, let's see. Okay, actually, let me try it this way here. You know what? Let me try with the here. I don't think it'll work, but I'll try anyway. Let's see how we can get. All right, so perfect. I was able to get the potential mal file into our Sandbox here. We see that we are inside. So now that I've got it inside, now I'm going to open it up so we can take a look. So, and the Sandbox while it's loading, it's an additional features of Windows. So we can utilize features to execute suspected mal files or code in an isolated environment, right? So in this case, a suspected batch file was copied into the Sandbox to verify what will happen if the user executes the file. So we see gotcha, have a nice day for pop-up. So I'm just gonna click it here. And then let's see, Sandbox is rebooting, which is unsupported. Now it's going to be closed. So now that the file has been executed, the device is going to be restarted, meaning the Sandbox in particular, not our actual server. So this indicates that the file is actually malicious and it could potentially cause damage if executed by the user. So let's see, just gonna head back to the server. I'm sorry, yeah, to the server. And then we're going to take a look at all of our apps. And then, let's see, Sandbox. Should already be closed. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I thought it may have been still open. So reopening the Sandbox would show that any changes made to the device have been reverted, right? So we can use the application to test the impact an application will have on the device without having any persistent changes, right? So let's see. Everything is still intact. That's fine. So now we're just going to get into our next exercise, which is going to be validating domain names and IP addresses. So We used a website not too long ago with our threat intelligence site when we went over different tools to look up things for threat intelligence, right? And one of those was the Whois website. Now it can be used to resolve IP addresses to domain names, and as a cyber professional, will be needed to validate the IP addresses that accesses resources on the network. So, in addition to validating IP addresses, the Whois website can be used to actually validate domain names. So, we're going to be using that website to resolve exactly that. So, let's take a look through Edge, and then we're going to head to the website so we can try to get it before the pop-ups. All right, so let's take a look at this domain, this IP. So let's do 7.2. All right, so we resolved, well, at least whois.com resolved the IP address to a domain name, right? So here. All right, so from the results, it can be seen that that Microsoft owns the IP address, and you can enter detected IP address to determine the source of the owner. So we can actually do one we did earlier, which is ACI learning. And we can see that the domain and the register certification when it expires and things of that nature. So information on the website is displayed, and it can be seen that it's hosted on AWS, right? So now we're going to look at using abuse IPDB to validate domain names. So let's head to that website. And let's look at CompTIA. Let's take a look at those folks, see what they got going on. All right, ISP, Cloudflare, and let's see, they're reported. Okay. So we can see that CompTIA.org has not been reported for any abuse. So let's take a look at this one. just to take a look, right? So we see that, let's see. Actually, let me go back here because we just saw something there. There it is. Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping. So we can see that the websites, while it hasn't been reported for abuse, we can see that this particular tool, Abuse IPDP, uses the Whois website to resolve the IP addresses to a domain name, which is resolved to CompTIA.org that we placed in the search function, right? So let's actually take a look at another IP, 4.2.4.5. All right, perfect. So just nothing pretty much going on. Oh, reports of abuse activity from this device, DDoS, BAT, web, bot, and things of that nature. It's been reported several times, and it's located in South Africa. And different reports can be seen about the issues that it has been causing from that particular IP. So now we can move forward to using VirusTotal to verify links. I've actually used VirusTotal before a few times to verify links. So this is quite common for me because you never know, right? So let's click the search function, and we're going to enter this IP. And it comes back pretty clean, which is interesting. All right. All right, so let's actually go back. So this website, it only records one. Results may vary, long story short, for different vendors depending on the number of reports for a specific IP. But let's select URL. Then let's type in this here. Then let's select details. Pretty much pretty clean, right? First submission analysis looks pretty clean. So more on the URL information is available and can be used to determine if the website has potential risk. And usually the virus total website is pretty okay. It could be used to upload links, received via email, which can then be analyzed to determine if the link that was sent to you by email is malicious itself. And we have reached the end of the video. So we've used a few tools to identify malicious activity. Did some monitoring for network activity. We used the Sandbox to analyze a malicious file, that goodbye file. We also did some validating domain names and IP addresses. So that's the end of this video. In the next video, we'll be going over attack methodology frameworks. So I'll see you soon.